Hello everybody, my name is Rick and you're watching Let's Level Up. In today's episode we're going to be taking a look at John Luis Ribeiro's classic Dixit. Now in my house this is known as my wife's favorite game, so this one hits the table quite often, or rather when she's in the mood to play games. Dixit plays 3 to 6 players. This is the family version, so it does come in a few different flavors for those of you more adventurous. The family version is rated for ages 8 and up and takes about 30 minutes to play. Now this game really lets you exercise your creative potential, giving you a hand of cards that represent different art prints. In the way the game flows, there'll be one character who will be narrating the story at this time, and they will say a certain word or vowel or phrase or song or make a noise or something like that that they feel best represents their card. Now they're going to want to be a little discreet because you're actually going to get points awarded to you as the storyteller if you can have at least one player, but not all players, pick your card. Also, all the other players at the table are going to be able to select a card from their hand and also be able to put that into the mix. We'll shuffle those cards up, and then everybody other than the storyteller will guess to see whose card they feel is the storyteller's card. Now again, scoring works a bit differently in this game. You're going to be scoring round to round and play to either a certain point value or through a certain number of rounds, however you see fit. Off the top of my head, I actually don't remember what the game suggests. I think it's a certain number of rounds, but we'll get to that whenever we actually get it to the table. Dixit is a really fun game, and it wouldn't have made as many different Dixits if it was not fun. And John Luis Ribeiro has an excellent game. I believe this is a French-made game, so it's nice to see a Euro-style game come from France. It's very nice. Overall, I feel this is a game that really is, specifically the family version, a very family-friendly game that's also very fun, and it doesn't take a long time to play, which is very nice. So Dixit is a great filler game to hit between sessions if you're looking for a longer game, or rather a shorter game to fill that time. It's a great lunchtime game for those of you who have a lunch break that you like to play games on. Dixit is very fun, and again allows you to be a little bit more creative. Now, one of the things that I could say with Dixit is that if you're playing with people you really know, or you're playing with the same group over and over again, just through the nature of people, you can pick what cards you feel are going to be certain people just based on playing with them so many times. So it's easy for me to know where, for instance, my wife is going with a clue, than it would be a complete stranger. So you're going to get different playing experiences the more varied people you play with, and that's where I think Dixit excels, but it's also its biggest weakness. If you have a static game group, this game may feel a little stale after a few playthroughs. However, if you have a game group that you're recycling, even one player at the table every other game or so, this is a really fun game to bring. And even with the same standard family, bring it out on family events and whatnot, it still is a lot of fun. But enough of that, let's take it to the table, and after that we'll give you our final thoughts. So we open this Dixit box, we have a very welcome surprise. Is a company who really understands the idea, or rather a publisher who understands the importance of giving us space to actually place the game without things rattling around or getting lost. Each of these components have their own storage areas, which is so nice and so awesome. You can see we have a deck of full, really big size cards. We have a nice board that folds nicely into the box. And then we have our different rabbits, which are our player meeples here of a different color. Each of these rabbits is going to have a cardboard square with a number on it between 1 and 6, which is going to correspond with the way the game scoring goes. All in all, very nice here. I'm going to move this out of the way really quick and show you the board. Okay, so the board is very important to this game. Not only does it have our scoring area, which again allows us to play to 30. If you'd like to play a set number of rounds, you definitely can do that. And really, this is one of those games where as long as you're having fun, just keep playing. Or play to 1, get a 30, and just race to 30, and then set everything back up for a new game. That's a lot of fun too. What's also really excellent about this is that it comes with a scoring metric here on the other half of the board, which is so nice. So it lets players know you get 1 point for any player who finds the active player's cards, or as I would call it, the storyteller. The active player, sorry, all players get 1 point. If all of them pick that, the active player gets 0 points. The other players get 2 points. So that's the first scoring condition. The second scoring condition is that no players find the active player's card. Active player gets 0 points. All players get 2 points, plus 1 point per vote for his or her card. So if the active player gets 0 votes for their card and player 2 or whoever the red player is has 3 votes, they're going to get 2 base for the active player really messing up, and then 1 for each other vote for a total score of 5. So 2 for base, 3 for each of the other vote that's on their card. And then at last, or rather not least, at least one player found the active player's card, but not everybody. The active player gets 3 points, and then the players who found the card get 3 points, and then you get a bonus plus 1 per vote for his or her card. So again, the active player is going to get 3, the guys that found are going to get 3, and then if someone happened to have placed, again, a vote on the red player's card and the red player wasn't turned, they're going to get an extra point. All in all, it's a very easy game to score and is a lot of fun. So let's take a look at the actual way the game is set up. So in a 4-player game, each player is going to choose a bunny of a certain color and place it here on the start. They're also going to take the corresponding cardboard pieces for 1, 2, 3, and 4 that match the number of players playing the game and then be given to each one. So essentially there are going to be 4 different bunnies here on the starting area. Ready to go, and then we'll have 4 different colors of those out everywhere. Each player is going to get 6 cards in their hand. Something like that. A very sloppy shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then I'll show you here the cards. So each time you get a card, it's going to be one of these big art things here. There's nothing else on the card besides the actual art. And let me focus up on this just a smidge. There we go. So here. So for instance, if I'm the active player, I can look at one of these cards and I could say something here on this card. So when I have my card that I want to play and I have the idea or my clue in my head, I let everybody know that I'm ready, and then I say something like, "She loves me not." And I'll take this card, and I'll put it face down. Then everybody else is going to take a look at their 6 cards that they have. Did I do it again? Yeah, I keep counting to 5. Oh well. And look at what they've got and see if they have something that they feel. And remember, the clue was, "She loves me not." So maybe this lady suspending the 2 guys on her earrings could apply to that. And they put it down. And then all the other players are going to do the same thing. And then you're going to take these cards, shuffle them up, all 4 of them, because remember, you should have 4, 1 for each player. And then we're going to play them here in the first 4 spots. So once all 4 are there, and I'm just going to grab 2 random ones. Once all 4 are there, we're going to reveal them, putting them face up. So these didn't really apply. And this is really kind of a bad clue, right? Because it's, to me, it's really obvious that he loves me not, she loves me not thing. But everybody that's not the active player is then going to take their card that they'd like to guess which one it is and put it face down. Once all the players have done this, you're going to reveal it and then stack the numbers up next to each card. So for instance, this is the 2 card because it's in the 2nd spot here. So we'll know that white voted for 2. Now, if nobody votes for this card, which is very, very unlikely, we're going to go based on scoring for method number 2. Generally, I think in a clue like this, everybody's going to vote for number 1, just because that's the one that fits this particular section the most. And all the players are going to move up 2 spots. Something like that, leaving poor little white bunny all the way in the back. And then you're going to keep playing round after round, giving each player another card so that they always have 6 cards and be able to figure out the game that way. Again, this game plays very, very quickly, allows you to stretch that creative muscle and really kind of have fun and just nice, relaxing pace, which I really like about Dixit. Follow us now for our afterthoughts. Well, that's it for Dixit. As you can see, Dixit is a really fun game, and it's one, again, I said it a few times earlier, it allows you to, again, flex that creative potential that you have. As far as party games, you may want to give Dixit a try if you really like that aspect of things. Overall, I think Dixit is fun. I think Dixit is worth having on your shelf, and I hope you do as well. So, from all of us here at Let's Level Up, thank you so much for watching. Please thumb up this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But most importantly, game on.